In part 9 of our SharePoint Intranet Contributors series, I want to be looking at document libraries. Now, normally on the intranet, I would build a single document library that hosts most of those things like policies, procedures, forms and templates, and all of those cool things. And there it is, it's called the brain. So the two sides I'm going to show you about document libraries, the one is going to be libraries that uses folders, and the one will be libraries that uses metadata, which is rather different. If I look at this library of mine, you'll see that I've got folders, right? So to upload a new document, I would simply go to New and create a document there, or I can go Upload and go and look for a file that I'd like to upload. Now, of course, you can upload multiple files at a time as well. Be careful when there's metadata in the library though, because it's going to want to fill in those properties, right? So there you can see I filled in, I've uploaded one document, and I'm now going to just go and complete the metadata for that. So there you can see I've selected the document, and I'm going to go to this little information panel. And in the information panel, I can then actually fill in the properties for the document that I'm looking for. So document owner, doesn't seem that way. There we go. The properties are filled in. If I wanted to drag multiple documents across, I could open my Explorer and then just drag. So let's say I'm going to just drag 3 documents in there, which really isn't difficult. But again, if it's using metadata, you have to go and populate that metadata. There's the documents that it's dragged in there. And of course, I wanted to say that was very strange. Of course, I can go into quick edit mode, which means I can then fill in the properties. There you'll see quick edit. And in quick edit mode, I can actually fill in properties and copy and paste properties a lot easier. So if I put that into quick edit, I could say that this is finances, and see there in the corner, I can click and drag finances down, or I can choose different. So this is a lot easier, of course, to fill the properties in like this. And again, very easy to copy and paste down and to complete those properties. So there you'll see, once I'm done, it's then quite fast to actually fill those properties in. So that's managed, or metadata at least, which is not just managed. I mean, that could be term store as well. But that is to be able to use quick edit to update these documents. Of course, to delete a document as well, very easy. You would just select the document and then press delete in the taskbar. And of course, we can actually restore those documents from the recycle bin as well. And we have spoken that in part 4 of the series, to restore these items. You can rename the documents here as well. You can look at the properties, you can look at the version history. Of course, a version history is very important. That will show me any updates that's been made to the document. And at the moment, these libraries are still keeping 500 versions, but the update will come through soon, where it actually by default keeps 100 versions of each document. So there you can see the versions as well. So if I click on the drop down and I go to version history, it'll show me all the versions of the documents as well. And then just check in, check out. If it's not switched on the library, be very careful, because sometimes it does happen that while you're busy uploading a document, something goes wrong or the properties aren't completed. So just always have a look out for that little green checkout item, which means it's checked out and other people won't be able to see it if it's a new document, and they won't be able to see the changes that I've made. So be careful of check in, check out. That's definitely something that you can use to safeguard against multiple people try to edit the document at the same time. I'll just check that back in. And then the last thing I do want to look at is just very quickly at alerts. So if you're concerned about documents and working with people, and you're concerned that things get deleted, you can go and set up an alert on a library. So if I go to alert, I can say that I want to be notified, and that's an email, whenever something changes or when something is deleted, and even when something is done in a specific view. And the last thing I want to show you is just libraries that works with folders. Of course, I can create a new folder here. So let's just call this 2018. And to upload a document into that folder is similar to the metadata way, but you don't have to fill those properties in. You would actually select the folder that you want to upload the document in. So that's a different way, of course, of working with document libraries, is to work with folders as well. I hope that gives you a great overview, and then of course we'll chat soon, where we're going to look at lists and updating items in lists.